Michelle with the Hewitt Public Library. Welcome to Baby Time. Baby Time is designed for ages birth to 1 year. So I'm going to continue our talk about social emotional development, and today's topic is joint attention. Joint attention is when two people are focused on the same object, and not only are they focused on the same object, but they're sharing this focus with one another. So an example of this would be if you had bubbles and you were blowing bubbles, and you point to the bubbles, look at the bubbles. You look at your baby, and when your baby starts looking at the bubbles, smiling and then looking at you, that's joint attention. So your baby was able to look at the bubbles, and your baby was able to share it with you. So to encourage joint attention, we encourage pointing and gazing, and story time is an excellent way to do this through the use of the board books and the finger plays and rhymes that we learn each week. These are excellent resources for developing your baby's joint attention. So as I just said, with the board books, your baby will learn to point. So you can start this from starting now by looking at the board book, pointing to a picture, naming the picture. You can also take your baby's hand and help your baby to point at the picture and name it. Don't feel like, especially with the really young ones, don't feel like you have to read every word in a book or that you have to get through every page to be fostering those developmental milestones with your child. So even if you're only able to look at a book for a moment and you point to one picture and enjoy it, and then you have to move on to something else, that's okay. That is still a worthwhile investment into your child's development. So as your child begins to grasp at the book and learning that you're turning pages and starts mimicking that and starts trying to do that, that is one of the very first early literacy skills for your child. So when you see that grasping and trying to pull the page and turn it, congratulations, your child is learning early literacy skills. So the books that I have today, I have 4 examples that all encourage bonding and give you plenty of opportunity to talk about that. So the one that I just had is Baby's Best Friend, and this is a sweet book about the bond between a baby and the baby's puppy. And then I have Everywhere Babies. Everywhere Babies is page after page of different babies doing the things that babies do throughout the day, not only the activities, but with the different family members. So lots of opportunities to point and to name and describe for your baby. This one on the end is Me and My Mom. Me and My Mom is a very sweet story about the bond between a mother bear and her cub. And this one is more of a story with a plot. And then This Is Me. This encourages lots of pointing and gazing, and it also names body parts. So you get to name the eyes, the ears, the nose, and that is excellent vocabulary building for your child as well. But each page has a picture of a baby, and this one is pointing to the eyes. So lots of opportunity to interact and develop joint attention with your child. You can point to the eyes on the page, you can point to your baby's eyes, you can point to your own eyes. And so this is an excellent book for bonding with your child and developing joint attention. I'm going to share with you 2 activities. One activity involves your baby's face and your face. Really, your baby loves gazing at faces. It's one of the baby's favorite things to look at is the human face. And so you can take advantage of this when helping your child develop joint attention. And so looking at your baby, mimicking the faces your baby is making, and then changing your own face, eyebrows up, eyebrows down, puff out your cheeks, open a big wide smile, no smile at all. All of these are giving your child an opportunity to focus on your face and notice those different movements of your eyes and mouth. And this is developing joint attention. It's a bonding time for you and your child, and it eventually leads to them being able to identify emotions and leads to all kinds of wonderful things with social emotional wellness and early literacy. You can also, we had a mirror activity last week, and you can continue with that by showing your child his or her own face in the mirror and just having fun with it. Who's that baby? And saying your baby's name. The second activity is with a photo album. So a lot of us have our photos on our phone, but if you have some that are printed, or go ahead and download some and print those, you can make a small photo album that is baby friendly with a few photos of family members that love your baby and are important to your baby. So you can make this photo album. You can also include pets and show these photos to your baby and name the person, name the relationship, describe the person to your baby. And this is an excellent activity as well. We're going to do 2 finger plays before we close for today. Both of these encourage movement, mimicking, and body parts, naming body parts. So they encourage vocabulary development, self-confidence in your child. So the first one is head and shoulders, knees and toes. You can do this in a song, you can actually sing it, or you can say it just as more of a poem or a rhyme. I'm going to say it today. So it's head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes, ears, mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And you can show this to your child as I just did it for you, where you're pointing to your own head, shoulders, and so forth. You can also say it and you're touching your baby's head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You can give a tickle, make it fun, use lots of facial expression. And this is a fun finger play or rhyme to do with your child. As your child gets older and learns those particular body parts, you can add different body parts, elbow, ankles, tummy, whatever you want to add next, and change the rhyme up and let them learn the new vocabulary. The last finger play we're going to do is a little flea went walking. And so you just crawl 2 fingers on your baby. You can start with a hand, with a foot on their head, and then you pause at the end before you name a body part and give us a little tickle. And so it is a flea went walking to see what he could see, and all that he could see was baby's tummy, and give a little tickle, or chin, and give a little tickle. And so this is a really fast one and fun finger play that you can do with your child to encourage joint attention and to learn those body parts. And all of this increases self-confidence in your child as well. Thank you so much. Again, I'm Ms. Rochelle with the Hewitt Public Library. I hope you'll come in and visit us and check out some of these books for you and your baby. Thank you.